What's your assessment of the situation? You know, when you were in Cabinet, you were International Development Secretary, you've seen many of these types of crises, but perhaps not one as dangerous as this?
Well, it is a very dangerous crisis in a in a world that in recent years has become more dangerous than at any time in our lifetime. But I think if you focus on what is happening in Lebanon, you see that Israel absolutely has the right of self-defense. No government would allow an internationally proscribed terrorist organization to sit there lobbing rockets over the border and moving its population, killing its population. More than 60,000 Israelis have had to move south. And the right approach is not a ceasefire, actually. The right approach is for Hezbollah and its Iranian masters to abide by United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701 and pull back behind the Litani River. And that would end the conflict that's taking place in Lebanon. But as I say, the British government, imagine if the British government were in the position of the Israeli government. We would not stand for that. And Israel has the right of self-defense and is exercising that.
There is a sense at the moment that many people are holding their breath and wondering how Israel will retaliate against Iran, which we expect possibly in the next couple of days. We asked earlier, Peter Kyle, if the UK could or should be involved in any retaliation and help Israel in that attack. In your view, should the UK military help Israel in an attack on Iran?
Well, the UK military personnel and weapons have been helping Israel stop the incoming rockets on 2 occasions now.
But this is a different question.
That Iran has fired. I'm not going to second guess what the Prime Minister and the government will be doing and saying to Israel at the moment. But I would have thought that in view of what is happening in Lebanon, in view of what is happening in Gaza, it's right for a very strong position to be taken over defence of Israel. But I think we've got to move to what Sir Malcolm Rifkin described so well as the opportunity for people to lift their eyes towards peace. And I would just make this point that it was following the Intifada that we got to the Oslo Accords. Intifada, the darkest of days, we got to the Oslo Accords, which very nearly worked. And when the guns are silenced and finally this awful slaughter that we've seen over the last 12 months comes to an end, building on the Abraham Accords, there is a real opportunity now for the region to engage in a serious political dialogue which leads to a 2-state solution and to draw the poison that has caused such trouble both in the region and internationally.